Damn, I need a haircut. Okay, I'm not gonna do any BS intro that's like 5 minutes long. I'm gonna get straight to the point, okay? My name is Vito. I turned $240 into multiple six figures, and here's my Instagram, because I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes showing you all the money and all the stupid stuff. My Instagram's right here. You can go on there. Everything's on there. There you go. Boom. All right, let's get into it now. Wait. Okay. Let's get into it. So, let me make sure. Okay. So, there's going to be 4 things I'm going over. 1, trading view. 2, lot size. 3, my funded account method. This is like the big picture. And 4, how to make money. And for this 4th one, there's actually 2 ways. So there's 2 ways to do this. There's 1, you can just learn it by yourself if you actually want to be like a day trader. And the other way is like, if you don't really want to learn anything and you just want to make money. So there's 2 ways to do it. I'm going to be going over both the ways to do it. I'm not going to gatekeep. There's an easy way to do it. There's a way to do it without learning. I'm going to tell you anyway, okay? I'm not going to be like, oh, you need to learn. You need to practice this for 5,000 hours. No, I'm going to be blunt, be straight with you, everyone, okay? So the first thing is trading view. Trading view is where you see the charts. It's 100% free. You can do everything. You can even trade on it if you really want to. But if you have a funded account, you're not going to do that. But if you want to be a normal trader, this is really, really important because, and even this is important just for the strategy in general. Because what this does is when you want to enter a trade, you need to go like this. Boom, boom. And then from here, you place your stop loss and you take profit. And you may be like, Vito, why is this important? Why do I care? Because when you enter a trade, you need to know your lot size. So what you're going to do for your lot size is you're going to go here. And don't worry, I will be going over how to like know when to enter a trade. That's basically the 4th step. The 4th step is how to actually execute and enter trades, right? So from here, this is where you're going to do everything, right? So let's say you want to enter here, you want your stop loss here, take profit here. You're going to look at the enter price, 20,000, 69.50. So then you're going to go to here, boom. This website will be linked in the bio. So your open price, which is where you enter, is going to be 20,069.5. And then your stop loss is going to be wherever your stop loss is when you enter. And again, I will be going over how you know to enter. Okay? 20,110. $110, and then whatever risk you want, Mink, 1%. This would be my lot size. US Tech is 1. So my lot size for this trade would be 50, and then you just put in whatever your account is around, how much you want to risk, and yeah, so that's how much you're entering with. And this is really important because this is how you're going to be entering your trades to actually make money. Okay, so I just want to go over that first, because you need to know how to do that before I even talk about actually the accounts and doing everything, right? So when you enter a trade, you're going to throw this on TradingView. It's called, oh my gosh, it's called right here, the long position and the short position. And then it'll be able to basically visualize where my stop loss is, where my entry is, so that I know how much I'm entering, because this is going to be really important, okay? So now that you know how to enter, you know how to calculate your lot size when you want to enter a trade, what are you going to do this on? You're going to do it on a funded account. What's a funded account, Vito? A funded account is basically a fucking cheat code, right? So if you really wanted to, you could actually start this with 120 bucks. I personally started with this, so it's actually 200 bucks. I paid 240 because of the prices back then. But basically, what this is I'm an idiot. What this is, you basically prove to this company that you know how to trade, and then they give you capital so that you can make even more money. Because if you have $1,000, if you make 1% on a trade, you're gonna make 10 bucks. But if you do this, show them you know how to trade, they'll give you $25,000 of capital. This doesn't mean you can just take out $25,000, no. This means you can use that capital to make more money. So then when you make 1%, instead of making 1% on $1,000, which is 10 bucks, you'll be making 1% on $25,000, which is 250 bucks. So this is going to be your start, and then basically you're going to scale up to this when you're ready, so that when you make 1%, you make $2,000 in like 6 minutes, and that's what happens to me now. So basically what this is you need to make 10% on this account. So this is where the trading view and entering is important. And I'm going to tell you when to enter and like how to know when to actually enter trades. That'll be the last step. But you need to make 10%. Once you make 10%, the account becomes real, and then you can take out whatever your profits are. But if you lose 6%, you take the account away and you only lose your $200. And this is so overpowered because with this, if you know how to trade and you just hit this, you can make tens of thousands of dollars off this account. And the max you can lose is you just lose the account and you lose $200. So you're risking $200 and you could make tens of thousands of dollars. And for me currently, the maximum I can lose is $1,000. That's it. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this. No matter what, I can only lose $1,000, no matter what. So that's why this is so overpowered. So basically, you're going to be taking these trades and you're going to make 10%. Once you make this 10%, you have a live account. Every time you make 1% on that account is $250. That means once you make 4%, you can do the same thing and now buy this with your profits from this account. So then you're going to buy the $200,000 account, okay? And then you're going to do the same thing. You're a good trader, you're going to make 10%, right? And again, I'm going to tell you when to enter or how to enter, all that stuff in the last step. So when you're entering, boom, you're doing great, you make 10%. Then you have this account for real. And then when you make 1% of 200,000, ready? Let's do the math together. Times 0.01. You make $2,000 per winning trade minimum. Minimum. My trades on average are like a 2 to 3 RR. So if you do this, boom, you can make $5,000 in one trade. And that's the point where I'm at. And this is why it's so freaking overpowered. So you're going to buy this account. You're going to get it live after making 10%. Then you get the account for real. You're going to make 4% on the live account so that you make $1,000. You're going to use that $1,000 to buy this account so that every time you make 1% on this account is $2,000, right? You can make 5% in a week. You make 10K in a week. Just like that. That's basically what I'm doing. That's why it's so freaking overpowered. And that's why I need to share this with you. Okay. And now the moment you've been waiting for, the fourth step. The fourth step is how to make money on these accounts. So obviously you need to know how to trade, and that's the big thing. If you already know how to trade, you're chilling, you're good. If you don't know how to trade, you have two options. Okay, so you got two options. You can do it the learning way, or you can do it the quick way without learning. I'm gonna go over the learning way first. Basically, the learning way is you need to find a strategy. I personally suggest smart money concepts, and literally what I did to learn was I just went on YouTube and I would literally just look up smart money concepts. Smart money concepts, right? And then boom, this is a strategy you can learn, but it's up to you. You can learn whatever strategy you want. Just find a profitable strategy. And this may take you a long time. It may take you a couple months to get good at, but in the long run, it's going to be way worth it because you basically have an infinite money glitch if you know how to trade. So basically, if you want to learn by yourself, go on YouTube, find a strategy, backtest it, make sure it works, get good at it. It's going to take a little bit, but it's worth it for basically generational wealth. If you want to do this without learning, this is what I'm going to tell you. Basically, what you can do is you can find people like me who already know how to trade, and you can just copy what they do. This is unfortunately a very good way to do this because you can basically start it tomorrow. So I'm not going to gatekeep this. I'm going to be honest. If you really wanted to, you could buy this account and then you could just copy all of my trades so that whenever I win, you win, and you'll eventually win the account and you'll eventually just be making money just copying what I do. Because when I make money, you make money since we're copying each other. So yeah, that's kind of the cheap way to do all of this. If you just want to copy someone who already knows what they're doing, it's a very viable strategy to do and it will probably work. So you can either find someone else who knows how to trade, or you can even take my trades if you really want to, because I go live every day and live stream my trades, so you could literally do that. If you want to do that with me, you can join my Discord. It's in the links. But if you want to choose someone else, that's completely fine. You can literally just copy their trades and then make money just copying what they do. So that's literally the strategy. It's very easy, but no one's going to know this since it's such an obscure way to do things. So basically, just a little rundown again. TradingView for the charts, so you know where you're entering. Then you can go to lot size calculator to know how much you're entering. And then you're going to get a funded account, so that those are the accounts that you actually use the money on. You're going to start with the 25K. I mean, if you really need to, you can start with this one and then go to 25K. But you're going to start with the 25K. You're going to use your profits from the 25K to buy the 200K. And then at that point, you're making $2,000 every 1%. So you're making like $10,000 a week if on a pretty good week. If you traded with me, you would have made, what, we won 3 trades, lost 1, average 2 RR. You would have made $12,000 this week if you took all of my trades, right? So that's basically it. That's the secret strategy. If you want to learn, that's 100% fine. You can learn on YouTube. You can learn from a person like me, 100% fine. But this is what I did, and this is literally how I turned $240 that I made at an amusement park into multiple 6 figures in tens of thousands of dollars every single week.